Hey guys, it's Raymond Gramenzi. I just got first place at the side deck remote regional qualifier over the weekend, and I was playing Shark Ryzeal. It was 8 rounds of Swiss, went 7-1, and played against 4 Malice, played against a Fiendsmith Ryzeal, Pure Ryzeal, which I lost to, a Water, and Odeon Fiendsmith. So those were the matchups I had. I also wanted to say I was playing Mitsurugi Ryzeal for a little while, and the deck is really fun, and it has a pretty high ceiling when you go full combo. But the problem that I was having with the deck was it just bricks too much. And, you know, it's a ritual deck at the end of the day, and it's 2-card combos, and it's just, if you play at a bigger event, you're just going to lose to variance eventually, unless you get extremely lucky. So I had a run over there in Philly, and I just wasn't happy with the list. And I saw the Shark list do really well in Vegas, and this is why I wanted to play. So yeah, let's just get into the list.
Any shout-outs?
Yeah, so shout out to Cryptic Collections in Cinnaminson, shout out to Comic Book Store in Glassboro, and shout out to Phenomenal Games in Lindenwood. Those are my 3 locals that I mainly play at. Shout out to Marshall Asbury and Alexa Basket, who are my testing partners. And then shout out just to all my friends and in the community and at the locals that I go to. So yeah, we'll just get into the list. So here we go. It's pretty standard. It's literally the same main deck as Vegas. It's 3 Ice, 3 EXT, 3 Sword, 1 Node, 1 Cross. This is standard. Some people like 2 Sword, but I think in the Pure or the Shark version, you just need as many names as possible to reduce the chances of bricking. In Mitsurugi, you can run 2 because you need the space, but in this deck, I think it's just mandatory to max out on all starters. They're all 1-card starters. They're great. Cross, you know, is Cross, and then Node for just your extender. So those are the Ryzeal cards. 2 Sharks. Big Jaws and Drake Shark. It's part of the Shark engine. These guys were great. Surfacing Big Jaws, it's anytime you know activate a spell, you could just bring this guy out, search, you know, the Shark, bring this guy out, and then you just go into Bahamut, and the Bahamut eats an Imperm or it eats a Veiler, and they just have to deal with it, and then through that you can go into your Ryzeal plays and get your duo drive off, and then once the duo drive resolves and you get a Cross on board with, you know, a detonator, the game's pretty much over, and these are just good. So people wonder about like bricking on this card, and it really didn't come up that often, and if you do see it, it's still a level 4. And on top of that, if you draw 7 Tachyon, you can always just search whatever you need off 7 Tachyon and shuffle, you know, put it back on top and just recycle it for later in the game. So never really had an issue bricking with it. So that's that. So for the hand traps, it's 3 Droll, 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Veiler, 1 Ogre, and 1 Nibiru for the cross-out targets. And then I guess I'll just do the traps now, and 3 Imperm. So Droll, you know, just standard, stops everything from, you know, stops everybody from searching. Ash was good, really good at hitting the Mole Charmies yesterday. So that was good. These are for the cross-out targets. Sometimes you would draw them, but like I said, with 7 Tachyon, you could just put them back in your deck if you're scared of, you know, your opponent having them in their hand. And then if you, like I said, I ogred, you know, a couple duo drives, Veiler, you know, Nibiru a couple times, so they're never always completely dead. And then Imperm just because it's the best hand trap. Spells, 3 Bonfire, consistency, 3 7 Tachyon. So this is the new guy. This card was amazing. It fixes your hand, whatever you need. You can add EXT, you can add Sword, or you can even add, you add the Shark, and then Shark with full Ryzeal combo is just game on the spot if it goes through. And people, sometimes we're worried about, oh, we have to put a card back, but you never really need every single card in your hand. There's always at least one dead card in everybody's hand. You just put that back and you just get what you need. So this was amazing all day. 2 7th Ascension. It's just 2 more copies of this. I thought about cutting this down to 1 and putting a Fulos target in, a Molcharmy Fulos for the crossout target, but I just really didn't want to brick on like too many hand traps, and I just wanted to have a way to play every single game no matter what, and just having 5 copies of 7 Tachyon just felt really good. So 5 of those, and then the MVPs of the deck were 3 crossout designator, and 3 tactics, and the 1 call by. Every time I went first, I pretty much got drolled every single game, and this just traded with the droll, and I just played for free. And then if I had a tactics on top of that, you look at their hand, rip their hand, and then the game is literally over on the spot. There's just, you have complete hand knowledge, you just rip out what the opponent needs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the call by is another just say no. It's just like cross out, just say no to the Molcharmies, just say no to droll, just say no to whatever you needed to stop. So these were definitely the MVPs all day. I resolved a lot of these the whole event. And then the extra deck, like I said, everything pretty standard. 2 detonator, 2 duo, 2 eclipse. Eclipse was really good. Bahamut for the Shark package. The 2 is this 103 and 104 for the 7 Tachyon. Search targets. This gets you Ice or EXT, and then this gets you the Shark. 103 never really came up to pop and draw a card, but it's there in case I need it. Dweller was good against the 1 water matchup I had, just kind of sealed the game. That was pretty much the only time I used it. Exciton never really came up, but it's good into, breaking boards. Light Dragon Ignister. This card was really good. Whenever I needed to clear a body and push for game, if you have Detonator, Duo, and this guy, I'm pretty sure if Duo is boosting everybody by 100, it's like 8100 damage or something like that. This guy was really good. Just push for game, remove a big body that you just can't deal with. It's got destruction protection too, so really like that. Star Liege. This was for your end board. You end on, if you go full combo uninterrupted with the Shark and Ryzeal, you end on a Toad. This guy in defense, a Duo with 2 materials boosting everything, and a Detonator with a cross. And this, with the Duo, it gets boosted to 2000, and they can't target any of your guys with Ultimate Slayer. They can't target them with Metal Tronus. Someone actually tried to target my Detonator with Metal Tronus when I was pushing for game, and he forgot that I had Star Liege up, and I was just able, he just couldn't target anything. So, yeah, his Metal Tronus was dead, and I just pushed for game. So that was, this card was really solid, on top of, your end board. It's kind of hard to deal with. Aggregator, standard, and then Toad for the Shark package and a Nib token. So that was the extra deck. Now we'll go to the side deck. Standard, 3 Perulium, 3 Meows, and the MVP was definitely Lancia. I didn't really see Perulia too much. I just put it in for a cross-out target. Meows, when I resolved it, because I did play against 4 Malice, I resolved it once or twice, and every time I resolved it, I pretty much won the game, because then it draws into Lancia, or helps me draw into Lancia, and then once you Lancia, you just kind of, you know, you just turn skip them, and you just, you know, you set up your board and you win. There was a game against a Malice player where I meowsed him. I drew like 4 cards. He Mischief of the Gnomes me, which, you know, he set that through thrust, and then turn skipped me, but I had 2 Lancia in hand, so I was able to stop his turn. He used the Grave Effect of Mischief of the Gnomes, and then I Lancia'd him again. He couldn't do anything, and then it went back to me. And then I just, you know, set up my board, and then he was just out of resources. And yeah, so it was just great. This was definitely MVP just because I had a lot of Malice matchups. So this was great. Was happy with that. And then 3 Ultimate Slayer for the mirror match or any Ryzeal variants. Comes up against Crystron too if they end on a Cyber Dragon Infinity. Deals with their board. But yeah, this didn't really come up too much. Like I said, I didn't really play too many Ryzeals. 2 Lightning Storm, just for back row decks. This is mainly for Blue Eyes, because Blue Eyes sets up a ton of back row. And if you just storm their back row, you hit the trap nukes them, nukes their monsters, and you just, you know, you pretty much simplify the game state and win from there. So this was good. I came up a couple times. It's just a blowout if you resolve it. And then the last card was it C102? This is for the Lancia search target for 7 Tachyon. I came up one time. I was playing this mouse player, you know, did my combo, revealed Tachyon, or Tachyon revealed C102, searched the Lancia, and that was game. So that was the list. Like I said, it was 8 rounds of Swiss, went 7-1, lost to 1 pure, and he just had, you know, 2 custom hands, so it was just hard to win. But yeah, I just wanted to play this. I thought it was a really good, consistent deck, and since the meta's kind of figured out right now, I just wanted to get a chance to play this at least one event before the next ban list comes out or the next set comes out, and all the meta, you know, just changes. So appreciate everybody who supported me, and that's it. Thank you for watching.